Welcome back to the Valentine Show, guys. I'm your host, expecting you guys are having a wonderful and blessed day. Let's get into a little of a what you guys could call it. Give me a name out there. I don't know. A hot round of the most important news, and then at the end we're gonna talk about this crazy injection that Donald Trump is recommending for people to go get their Clorox vaccines. If that is what Donald Trump is actually saying, then or if that's what you're believing without getting context, if you're just watching a clip from CNN or from MSNBC, then I don't know, I feel sorry for you. And you know what, it might be your fault that you are just that gullible, and that's why they do the things they do, because they know people are sadly that gullible. But let's get into the news right now. TMC reports. Look what, oh my God, I got this in Spanish because I do my Spanish show also for the people that speak the Hispanic very good, better than English. I got a Spanish channel. You could go check it out at El Show de Valentín. Look at that. All right, let's get into it. TMZ reports right away because they're like everybody's rushing to get out the news, to get the scoop. And so they report this right away. North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un reportedly dead after a botched heart surgery, which is still false. Is not confirmed. News are coming out that he hasn't come out in a couple of days or weeks or whatever, but there's still no 100% report that Kim Jong-un is dead. This will shake up the international geopolitics because the one who's in talks or the ones who's next up, I think, is his sister. And this will have if he does die, this will be a big, or if he's dead, nobody knows. That's the thing. Nobody's know if he's dead. This will have a big shakeup in the geopolitical sphere, especially at a moment like this in very tense geopolitical landscape right now. So let's go. Next story here. Trump signs an executive order pausing immigration from the United States. I think this is very good, but I don't know if this is going to have, to be honest, a big effect like Donald Trump is saying it. And so these are the main points, right? Let's go here. Suspension of new immigrant visas to put American communities and workers first as U.S. moves towards safely reopening the economy. Meaning, he wants to put a stop to immigration to control the labor market, to make sure that the jobs that are here for Americans, since we have lost so many, go to Americans and not to a brand new person coming in from overseas, and for hospital resources to be left also for, guess who? Americans. Yeah, exactly. That's I think that sounds good. I mean, point number two, this is it says that pause will take effect in 60 days and the administration will continue to monitor the labor market to amend and extend the proclamation, which is good. 60 days, and then they will see if they need to further this pause or amend it in some way, shape, or form. There's going to be some exceptions for medical and other essential workers to combat the outbreak, spouses and minors of American citizens, and certain other aliens will be exempt from this, which is great. I mean, let's see what happens. 60 days until everything starts getting back in order. Like this right here. In the next week, 20 states will start reopening in the United States. This is in the midst of controversies. This is brand new for everybody. Nobody knows exactly what's going on. Nobody knows exactly.
It's time to look through yours.
Sorry, guys. Nobody knows exactly how to do this, right? There's been protests of people that want to go back to work. Some people are tired of being inside. Some people want to get their hair done, which is, I mean, to be honest, it's not time for that. But I mean, to each his own. And I got to respect everybody's decision. Some people want to get their hair done. Some people want to go back to work. Some people need to go back to work to be able to put food on the table, because that $1,200 that's rent money, maybe for some people, you know. So let's see what happens. It's gonna be a try and fail. Now, what I am very pro is, even though I came out heavily against the Christian pastor that opened up his church or was having in his church during the pandemic, I think that was a little bit responsible just for the meantime, because just let's stop the services for a little bit. Now the state does not have the right, nor does the government, to invalidate the Constitution and the Bill of Rights because there's a pandemic. So the state just gets to do and say whatever they want, whenever they want, because there's a pandemic. No, they do not. So that should be left up to the people. If the people weigh the repercussions of taking these choices or prematurely opening up businesses and going to business, because the business could open, but it needs people to come, right? If they decide that they want to do their nails better than staying at home and they could possibly die, then that's a choice that's up to the individual, and the government should not be in that choice whatsoever. Now, the other point that brings up is, yeah, but those people are using the resources as hospitals that might not be needed if they would have stayed home. That's another very valid point, which is good, but we cannot invalidate the other side of it, which is the freedom of individuals to pick and choose and to pursue happiness as they see fit. Okay, now let's talk about the crazy Trump suggesting, quote unquote, for people to inject themselves. There's Spanish news media, Univision, telling people Trump is suggesting people to inject themselves with Clorox and disinfectants because that's what Trump is saying. Is that what Trump is saying? If you believe that straight up the back, then I don't know what to tell you. You deserve to be, bamboozled like that, because you got to do your investigation. You need to know what is the context. It's like I just come out and you clip right now me saying yes. And right before you could take another clip of me talking about, hey, I don't know, throwing farts or something. And then you clip it with this one that I say yes. And okay, now I said I like throwing farts. Some people can't even tell the difference between two clips. So this is what these people do. They only show what they want you to see because they have their agenda. Let's see or at least some of it. Who was speaking before Trump starts recommending these things, and and why does Trump says the thing what he does, and why the media doesn't talk about other very important things that he actually mentions in this. And we're gonna talk about it, like the ultraviolet light germicidal irradiation. What is that? You guys don't know why? Because the media didn't mention it, and yet he mentioned it in that same little speech. But this is an edited video that I did of this. I forgot his name now. This is a department of DHS, if I'm not mistaken, I think. Remember, and he's just talking about these findings that happen. Look, let's talk. Let's see.
And thirdly, the virus dies the quickest in the presence of direct sunlight under these conditions. And when you look at that chart, look at the aerosol as you breathe it. You put it in a room, 70 to 75 degrees, 20% humidity, low humidity. It lasts, the half-life is about an hour. But you get outside and it cuts down to a minute and a half.
Great news. Sunlight kills it. UV light in particular kills it.
Very significant difference when it gets hit with UV rays. Increasing the temperature and humidity of potentially contaminated indoor spaces appears to reduce the stability of the virus. And extra care may be warranted for dry environments that do not have exposure to solar light. We're also testing disinfectants.
What? So Trump is not the first one that brings it. And it's on the board here. It's on the computer display here also of the presentation they're doing. Commonly available disinfectants, bleach and isopropyl alcohol, works to kill the virus. Oh, so Trump is not the first one that brings it up. Okay.
Readily available. We've tested bleach. We've tested isopropyl alcohol on the virus, specifically in saliva or in respiratory fluids. And I can tell you that bleach will kill the virus in 5 minutes. Isopropyl alcohol will kill the virus in 30 seconds. And that's with no manipulation, no rubbing, just spraying it on and leaving it go. You rub it and it goes away even faster. We're also looking at other disinfectants, specifically looking at the COVID-19 virus in saliva.
He brings up disinfectants. He tells people, hey, ultraviolet light kills you. I think those are things that the people should know. Shouldn't the people know that? And then Trump comes in and he piggybacks off of what this guy said.
So supposing we hit the body with a tremendous, whether it's ultraviolet or just very powerful light, and I think you said that hasn't been checked, but you're going to test it.
Who's he talking to? Is he telling people, yo, go inject yourself. Go make a Lysol injection, a vaccine, and go inject yourself. Is he saying that to the people, or who's he turning to? He's turning to the professionals. You know what? Maybe we should go check it out. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Maybe, and he says that here too, but they don't put that part. I'm not a doctor. Maybe we should go check it out. That sounds interesting to me.
And then I said, supposing you brought the light inside the body, which you can do either through the skin or in some other way. And I think you said you're going to test that too. Sounds interesting. Right, and then I see the disinfectant where it knocks it out in a minute, 1 minute. And is there a way we can do something like that by injection inside or almost a cleaning? Because you see it gets.
This is what people are going crazy. If there is a medical procedure, a medical way of doing this where they take Clorox, they dilute it to a percentage where it does not affect the body, and they administer it in a procedure where it does not affect the human body, and it proves to work in maybe some type of mist or spray, proven, FDA approved. Why is that bad? Why is that bad? Can somebody tell me why is that bad? But the thing is that they did the same exact thing when he was promoting hydrochloroquine, because it was giving results, and Donald Trump is like, yo, you know what? Let's try it. It's already out. People could use it for malaria. People use it for other diseases. Why can't we try it? They do the same thing. You know why? Because they want Donald Trump to get up there on the podium and say, my fellow Americans, you're all going to die tomorrow. And then they will accuse him of being doom and gloom because he can't do anything good. Donald Trump is a go-getter. He's a solution finder. He is telling the professionals to check this out.
In the lungs, and it does a tremendous number in the lungs. So it'd be interesting to check that. So that you're going to have to use medical doctors with. But it sounds.
You're going to have to use what? What? Medical doctors? I don't believe he said that. Yes, you are going to have medical doctors. But it sounds good.
It sounds interesting to me. So we'll see. But the whole concept of the light, the way it kills it in 1 minute, that's pretty powerful.
And thirdly,
the media has a stranglehold on some individuals in this day and age, and it's sad because we have information that literally at our fingertips and in our pockets, yet we hate to investigate. We want to, or is lazy. We don't investigate. We just trust what the people tell us. Yeah, and we're making life decisions, life-altering decisions based on what the professionals and the media is telling us, which is very sad. You got these people going crazy out here saying, yo, Donald Trump is telling people that you gotta go get injected with Lysol. I mean, just it sounds insane to me, and it's just hilarious. I mean, to me, I would have tell the people, hey, look, we found these good things, ultraviolet light. Talking about the ultraviolet light, let me show you guys this. That way, we got to get, I didn't know about this. We got to get educated together. We found ultraviolet light. It kills the virus. We found that disinfecting kills the virus. You remember, guys, that for the people that are my age, right? When the whole epidemic was going on, that there was rumors out there that bleach killed it. You guys remember that? That they were talking about bleach and AIDS. If you remember that, let me know in the comments down below, because they were talking about this. They said that bleach killed the HIV virus, but the problem was that you couldn't ingest it because obviously it killed you, right? But people were talking about this before. Look at this. Let's learn together. Ultraviolet germicidal irradiation. Look where this is from, the CDC. And look what it says. What is this? Ultraviolet germicidal radiation, UVGI, is the use of ultraviolet UV energy, electromagnetic radiation, with a wavelength shorter than that of visible light, to kill or inactivate viral, bacterial, and fungal species. To kill them. Look, you could go buy yourself a lamp. Look, buy yourself one of these lamps. Look, that would kill. Look, UV light sterilizers that will kill all this stuff. Yet they're not telling the American people that we found this, because they want doom and gloom. They want it's like they want the things to go down the drain for a huge pandemic to cause millions of that, then to keep blaming Trump, which they are, instead of blaming the Chinese Communist Party, which and the World Health Organization, which are the people at fault here for not doing their jobs, and for the Chinese government hiding the information that they had, and for the World Health Organization not paying attention to Taiwan. The warning they had. That's why Taiwan is probably the best managed in this pandemic, right? They didn't pay attention to any of that. And look where we're at now. Let me know what you guys think in the topic. Remember that this channel is absolutely nothing without you guys. Let me know in the comment what you guys want to see on the channel. Did you like the video? Yes or no? You could tell me. If you don't like it, let me know. Yeah, hey, listen, man. You suck. Shut down the channel, and I'm going to absolutely not shut down the channel. God bless. Godspeed me, Valentine. I'm out.